how to be wealthy in Singapore. Okay, so in this video, I'm not going to talk about rich as in, being rich of life, having good health, and then you could have good relationship with your family. Okay, that is another definition of rich, but today I'm talking about pure financially being wealthy. Okay, I'll just loosely categorize rich by staying in a private property and owning a car in Singapore. Okay, so then we will discuss on that. So my first question to you is this. Okay, if you have two options, you have $1 million in cash, okay, for you to pick, or would you prefer $5,000 per month for the rest of your life? Which one do you choose? Okay, so if your answer is I would like both of them, okay, then you are going to be wealthy someday. Because this is actually how the rich people think. Okay, they actually want both. To them, it's not a zero-sum mentality. It's not an either-or. They will want to have businesses and investments which give them dividend as well. Okay, so in reality, right, if you have $1 million right now, right, you put it into any bonds, any of our local bank bonds, right, which pays you 6%, right, you can receive $5,000 per month for the rest of your life, and your $1 million will still be there. Okay, so this is something real. I'm not talking about something which is a fallacy. Alright, so we want to look at some statistics first. Okay, so as I mentioned, to define rich, right, I would say, okay, just to live in a private property, and then at the same time you are driving a car in Singapore. Okay, let's look at the statistics. Okay, so I'll link the link down below so you all can take a look at it. Alright, let's first talk about average income in Singapore. Average income in Singapore, right, is actually $5,500 per month. Alright, so if you are earning below that, you are below average. If you are earning above that, you are above average. Okay, but let's take a look at some statistics. Okay, average cost of a car in Singapore is approximately $90,000 to $100,000 for a Japanese car, average of $200,000 for a continental car. So if you take a look outside on the street, right, you will see many cars. Okay, the car to population ratio in Singapore, right, is actually 1:6. That means there are one car for every 6 persons. So averagely every household, right, every family, right, owns a car. This is the average. Okay, we're not talking about the super rich people who own 2 to 3 cars, or we're not talking about those families who are not able to own a car. We're just talking about average. Alright. So these are some statistics which I can link down below as well, right, of the breakdown of how many continental cars are there in Singapore and how many Japanese cars are there in Singapore. Okay, we have about 950,000 cars in Singapore in total. Alright, so this is the amount of cars there are. So there are a lot of people who owns car. And then we want to talk about ownership of property. Okay, so 27%, right, of houses, right, in Singapore, they are actually private house. So once again, I'll just use the average. Average private property costs about $1 million to about $1.5 million. Okay, so I just want you to ponder on all these numbers. Okay, a $200,000 car and a $1.5 million property. Assuming that you are earning an average income of $5,500, how many years does it take for you to reach there? Okay, it takes a long time. Okay, probably a whole entire lifetime. Alright, so today, right, in this video, we're just going to talk about the 4 ways, right, that you can actually become a millionaire in Singapore and being able to be categorized as rich. Okay, the first way, right, is actually through a specialized skill. For example, if you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, okay, you have a very specific skill set, right, which can drive you very high income. Okay, or you are a CEO, possibly. Okay, very good management skill can drive you very good income. Okay, maybe $200,000, $300,000 a year. Okay, then just by saving up the money, probably you can be categorized as rich. Okay, the second group of people, right, will be the lottery winners. Okay, so if you strike 4D Toto, right, then you are instantaneously put into the high income bracket. Okay, but the problem, right, is that it's not sustainable because the odds are always against you. So I'm not saying that you should buy lottery to become rich, but it's ultimately your choice. Okay, the third way, right, is actually through business and sales profession. Actually, right, there's no ceiling to the amount of income they can earn. Okay, for example, property agent, for example, insurance agents, for example, anybody in a sales force. Okay, they can earn anywhere from 6 figures to even 7 figures a year. And if you own a business, it can go way up to 8 figures a year. Alright, so this is the third way. The fourth way, right, that you can actually be rich in Singapore, right, is via investment. Okay, so to just give you a context, right, how simple it is, right? I'm not saying that it's easy, I'm saying simple it is, right? Is that if you were to invest $1,000 a month, okay, which most people can afford, okay, a majority of the people, $1,000 a month, in a short span of 10 years, okay, so for example, this year I'm 39, 10 years later when I'm 39, right, the investment, let's say I invest in a unit trust, which gives me 15% a year. Okay, so if you go and search for it, if you go and look for it, right, you can actually find certain unit trusts which give you 15% average returns. Just based on that, right, I'll be able to receive $275,000. $275,000. So imagine I invest $1,000 every month, $33 per day, okay, over a span of 10 years. Alright, so let's say my income is $5,000. I just take out 20% and invest. 10 years later, right, I can get more than $250,000 back. And with this 200 over $1,000, 270 over $1,000, right, all I have to do, right, is to just maybe purchase a property or purchase some bonds, right, and it will drive me passive income and some dividends or some rental income. Alright, so this is one of the way of how the rich people think and versus how the rest of the people think. Okay, so it is not a zero-sum mentality. And so what you want to do, right, is to use investment to create multiple streams of income for yourself. Alright, probably through the stock market, maybe through dividends, some dividend paying bonds, and so forth. Alright, so that's all for today's video. So if you think that this video benefited you, so you just have to like, share and comment. Alright, so I'll see you next week. Ciao!